All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Mario Petit, good morning. NASDAQ gap and higher. This structure finally curled higher on the back of NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA still in the daily structure there. So, first gap higher of recent memory, anyway, in this what has previously been a 1 to 2 week downtrend. Price shifting that near term structure into more of a neutral look. What I want to see for this morning is pretty much how the 550 area is going to be treated. Monthly volume point of control right through there. Higher time frame level of interest right there at 550. Best case scenario for me would actually be a failure here, and I'll look for longs down in this area, overnight low, grab it off of the 400 for the bounce, but we already saw that move overnight. So it might just be some continuation here versus the 550, which it would be a little bit trickier for positioning. I'd have to look for some structure near the 550 or wait for the overnight high to be cleared and then look for structure up there. So, not going to rush into anything. I'll be looking at volume, of course. We are cleared on economic data for this morning. I do have the Jackson Hole Symposium tomorrow. Oh, Ray is in here. What's up, Ray? Jacob, B-Link, good morning. Mario gap in Nasdaq 3X gap in ES. Yeah, that NVIDIA earnings. ES actually looks decent with the 77.15 area. Let's look at that really quick. Yeah, if this thing can hold kind of 77.15, that looks decent. ES. Yeah. Yeah, kind of the main thing I'm thinking about right now on NASDAQ is the daily. We've been looking at this and talking about this in the think tank here. I had mentioned yesterday in the community, this kind of looked like a launch pad for some higher prices. We did get the gap. So the question now is whether this daily bar can show any sort of continuation here. So that's what we're working with this morning. Dave, perfect gap fill on Asia. Yeah, I saw that. That did look nice. The bounce from here overnight on volume too. Good RVOL there. I'm not really at the desk at this time, so be tough to catch on my end. Mario playing out as discussed. Yes, sir. Ray, I like the inside breakout from the last two sessions. Yeah, let's see if it holds here. PJ, Mike, good morning. So we got the open coming up. 10 seconds. There's the open. Opening print is 525. Backdrop indicator says big gap, 0.63 ATR back inside, 50% chance, full fill, 26% chance. That's based on 12 years of NASDAQ data. So just a little test into 550 right there. Test and reject. Just 475s. Good volume off the open. Very nice. PJ, nice to finally see some volume. Seriously, man. Hopefully it holds. Ben and Neff, good morning. NASDAQ fresh lows We're getting there. We're getting into that overnight low. Four forties. I would like a little lower into that overnight low, 400 area. ES down into prior day high already. Yeah, ES, I prefer that one above 77.15. Let's get a little bit lower. Staying patient right now. Little hold here near the 450s. Coming back into the opening print. ES held the prior day high. Back into the 77.15 now on ES. NQ, a little rejection there from VWAP in the 550 LOI. Jeff, loving that SMH overnight low sweep slash spring. I'm one and done. Nice work. Yeah, the semis are definitely in play today with NVIDIA earnings. Oh yeah, watching for 574 to hold, stopping at 45 for new high of day. There's a little push higher into a session high. Opening 15-minute bar is about to close. Big hammer right there. NASDAQ new high of day officially marked. Good volume. So we'll see if some structure builds out near 550. It's within my plan this morning. Pretty got the fill on ES in the previous candle and out in profit in the next one. Nice. That makes for a quick work day right there. All right, let's see how this shapes up. Wow. Wow. Okay, back into 490. Wow, 480. I guess we got some movement this morning, huh? Sheesh. Good RVOL hitting. Big RVOL, big RVOL. So price back into the 500s. I was looking for action above the 550 area. LOI up through there. Above VWAP, above the opening print. So down here, I'm more inclined to wait for, see if we get actually the flush and all the way into the overnight low. Okay, 470s, 465, and session low is what? 443. So right back near the lows. Let's see, can we get the new low? The fresh low. Nope. Just a little bid from the 475 area. You do have some of that overnight support right through here. But my plan calls for either overnight low or 550 or potentially overnight high for positioning. So just got to respect the plan. Here's 550 again. Chrissy LOI. What was it? 460. Nice. This 30-minute may just close as a big doji. Still has 6 minutes on it. Chris, it's a quarterly inverted FVG. Man, you're going to get banned. What are you talking about? All right, Dave. See ya. So momentum slowing a little bit here at 550. We're watching same levels hold over 74 and view up a stop. Ashler, what are you currently waiting for? An entry would be good. A setup would be amazing. Another rejection from 550. High or low, you're watching to be broken? Yeah, either. Either would be solid. I'd take either of those. Be nice. Feels confusing market. Hey, it's always a good sign to do less. Remember, you don't have to force it as a trader. If there's not clarity, you don't have to place a trade. All right, back into the lows. So another rejection there, the 550 LOI. This is a third rejection in that spot. 5-minute chart looking awful. NQ just marked a fresh low. Let's see the 5-minute. Yeah, 5 5-minute barcode right there. So fresh low. Hopefully not an intraday spring. Come on, show me overnight low. It's not that much lower. Rafael, the market will be here today and we'll be here tomorrow. That's facts right there. Yep. Okay, 430. So overnight low now visible. And I want to see that sweep. The spring setup would be amazing. Big Pascal blown my account to the point, did exactly what I wanted. Oh, it's pain right there. When the analysis is spot on and the execution is just slightly off, that's just being a trader. That's why sizing is so important. Chrissy, overnight low would be great. Yeah, let's see. We got the fresh low here. $15-minute, maybe a big engulfing bar. Let's see the 30. 30 seconds left on the 30. So far, that's just an intraday spring. Are they not going to give me the overnight low? Here we go. Come on. What is price doing? Yeah, this is a wide intraday structure so far. A lot of whipsaw. Coming back in the opening print. The PPP is out again. Plunge protection. What is it? Mario load my entry to 525. My GP stays the same. It's either overnight low spring or structure with 550. So far, intraday spring just working nicely. It's not quite close enough to my reference point there to get involved. So there's a test opening print with VWAP right through there. Not a lot of info from the opening 30-minute bar. A big wick and big tail on that thing. Just kind of right in the middle of the overnight range. Let's see how the opening print and VWAP are going to be treated here. Okay, back into 550. Do sellers show up here again? $555. Momentum slowing just a little. Actually, if overnight low was taken out before this rally, that would have been more clear. Yeah, agreed. There's a lot of overnight support in that kind of 440, 450 area. Right through here. So you get the intraday spring and then it rips, but now just another rejection from the 550 LOI. Gotta love those LOIs. Super choppy session. Yeah, look at the 5 minute. It's just straight barcode. Very wide structure here. Almost a 200 point structure. I'm still my game plan remains the same. Overnight low spring setup or break in retest near 550. So neither of those has happened yet. So I'm still cash, of course. Just chilling. See if this thing wants to roll over again. Finally give us that overnight low. Monthly volume point of control still right there in this area as well. 543. Just consolidation now. Got the opening print, VWAP, and the LOI all right here. There's some 560s. Almost into 570. Volume falling off a little bit. There's 570. Relative volume definitely died down past 5 or 6 minutes here. Still above average for the session as a whole. Okay, 580. Current high is what? 605? Iron stop raised to 560. Nice. Little seller right there in the 590, 600 area. Mario 3 for 3. Nice. Well done. A little retest near the 560 area there. Holds. So show me a fresh high and then pull back into the structure. Volume below average past 10 minutes or so. Now consolidating just shy of the highs. Let's see if we get that new high. Up above 605. $590, still a wall here for NASDAQ. Almost an hour in, still cash on my end. Neither idea is within my game plan has materialized. Okay, 595. ES is just shy of the highs. Price still kind of stalling here, 590. What's it gonna be? Nef today, I took that long from the bottom, made out with 3K almost instantly. Nice. Congrats. Okay, here's 600. Price working through all that supply. There's a little uptick in volume on the 1 minute. Fifteen and 30 minute bars have about 5 more minutes on them. 30 minute is an inside bar. Past 10 minutes is caught in a 30 point range here, just shy of the highs. See if the fresh 30 minute bar will help it break. Okay, there's your new high of day. 610, 615. A little uptick in volume. Did you get any trades in? You can see the chart that I execute trades on, and you'll notice there are no executions on this screen. So no, no trades have been taken. So fresh high was marked on some volume. Now I see price back into the 550 area. And fresh 30-minute bar is about to open here. 5 seconds. Okay, pulling in a little with the fresh 30-minute bar. See if we can get into the 550s there. ES marked a new high as well. RTY sent near the lows. YM a little bounce from prior day low. A little bounce from 570 back into 600. So far, just a very shallow pullback. Well, that bit of volatility from this morning has certainly died down. YM into session highs. ES just marked a new high. Okay, NQ get into the 550 VWAP area. Little uptick in volume. Let's see how it starts to build out 1 minute structure through here, if at all. So a quick fib 50 is probably coming up, I would imagine. A little lower. 523 for the 50. Little response there on no volume. Gotta stay patient right here. About an hour and 15 in. How's everyone's morning so far? It's a lot of whipsaw, followed by really some slowness. Volume just fell off after about 10:10. And basically, I want to see if this 550 VWAP regular open 50% fib area is going to hold. If not, if it fails, then I would expect price wants back into the 450, kind of 430 area. And this is going to be the range for today. On the flip side, if this area can hold, then I expect price can put in a leg up into the overnight high, 660. 1 1 1 2 3 3 cash, 0 for 1. 0 for 3, one of my worst days. Take a little break to mentally reset there. Big Pascala. Mike 2 for 3. Yeah, still cash on my end. I was looking for either overnight low spring, as written up in the notes this morning. Price almost got there. Almost got there, not quite. Can't force it. Or a break and retest of 550, which is potentially being developed here. I don't want to be too early on this. So see how this continues to build right here. Big Pascal and I size heavy on one of my worst days. Ouch. Yeah, it was painful. Ouchies. I'd love to see this give kind of one more candle lower into the 50, retrace, and then in that same candle kind of reclaim VWAP. Could be the entry right there. Stop of 15 points, Raphael. Wow. Props to you. I don't know how you do that on NASDAQ. 540s, 535. Okay. So that was pretty close to what I said right there. Okay, we'll throw this order out. I think that may have been it. The look into the 50% fib. Let's stop beneath the regular open and 50% fib right there. See if this is actually going to be it. Raphael, just way slow down this crazy noise on his bookmap to enter the order. Oh, so you're using limit orders? Okay. Gotcha. So half hour peel. FR peels off. D-Wall, what's up, man? You're in there? Nice. I'm in good company then with Mr. D-Wall. Need a clean break of the 00600 right here. There's 602. Will be 1R right near the session highs there. Volume's coming in, so that's encouraging. Little pause near 600. Okay, back near 600. Need a clean break. Clean break, it should reach right into session highs. Okay, better. D-Wall re-added, wow. D-Walla with the re-add. That's conviction right there, D-Wall. Back into entry. PJ volume picked up, which is nice. Yeah, agreed. Joseph need a strong candle on that 600. Yep. The double zero tends to be respected. Psychological levels are a very real thing. It's likely that we have all the volume through price up in this upper area here. Yeah, volume point of control is at 585. So we really want to see price above that volume point of control. Always remember an institution is always on the other side of your trade. Probably not. Most of the viewers here are trading sim or prop accounts, so no one's on the other side of the trade. $580s, $560s. Back near entry here. Joseph, if we break above that, what's your intraday target? I like to go for overnight high, 660 area. We'll see if I get taken out. Price coming back into that little entry spot. Mike, I'll join the party. D-Wall, give me a new high of day. Ask what I'm saying, man. Good to see a little bounce from there, but still need that clean break of 600. You can see all the intraday resistance right here at 600. Next 30-minute bar is about to open. That usually brings a little flurry of activity. So 90 seconds. Let's see. D-Wall, in this case, give me overnight high. Yeah, it's kind of the primary target for me as well. Oh, I forgot the little, everyone loves these little 516 right there. 619. Bang. D-Wall, because I noticed absorption price keeps coming back to 600 without making a new low. Yeah, let's break. Let's break. D-Wall. Do it for Wyckoff. Do it for Wyckoff, man. Volume fell off again. What's up, Jay? Good morning. PJ. Oh gosh. So like Kobe scream Wyckoff when he gets the break. Oh wow. That's funny. Can I break that wall with my 15 micro contracts on a sim account? Yeah, absolutely. Market makers don't want you to know this one trick. Sim account orders are moving the market. Prop account orders are moving the market. Didn't you know? All right, 610. I would be pretty surprised if we don't at least sweep that session high. No, give me 1R. I'll move the trail on the runner to BE per usual. Don't rob me now. Come on, just get there. Come on. Come on. Take really nice patience and trade. Thank you. Yeah, I'm most happy with my patience this morning. Can make for some boring streaming, but I got to follow my plan regardless of what is exciting or not. Did I just get robbed for 4 points? No way. There we go. One more little push. Take these are the best days for stream watching to see that display of discipline. Well, I appreciate it. Oops. Let me just bring this a little lower here. I hate to do that, but at this stage, my patience is being tested. Come on. Productivity of doing nothing. Yeah, it's well said. It's just huge in trading. I mean, normal jobs, normal 9 to 5 environment conditions us that activity is what we get paid for. Activity is what makes us productive. And in markets, that's not the case, right? That's just completely not the case. So 1 hour locked, or in this case, a little tiny bit less than 1 hour because my impatience right there. And now we are break even on the runner. So we got the 1 hour. And then if the runner can run into overnight high, 662, I'll go 660. See if we could get there. Let's get the new high of day. Still has not been marked. Now we're going for this right here, basically. Zero risk, all upside. New high of day. I want a continuation, no up thrust. You only trade NQ for the most part, yeah. Mostly. So this is how the idea started. Like that. We got the 1 hour. Now we're going for overnight high on the runner. Already moved to break even. Neff took that long also. Nice work. By the way, guys, we do have Mario leading today's TMG. So if you're in the Traders Think Tank, I recommend catching the live session. It will be recorded. But if you can join live, it's going to be full of gems. All right, fresh high marked it there. I'm going to lift a little bit. We'll go 585. Start to trail this more. Josh got pulled away from the desk, missed the entry for this trade. It's all good, man. Muggsy Murray can hold a room for sure. Yeah, he's great. He's great. For those that don't know, Mario's been trading for, I think, over 15 years now. And he was originally trained at one of the most reputable prop desks on Wall Street. Real prop desks, not new age prop firms. So it's going to be a great sesh. Josh, no FOMO, just got to wait for the next one. Yes, sir. It's the right mentality to have right there. Well, how did you guys meet? He saw my stuff on Instagram in like 2018 and joined the community. '19 maybe. 2018 or 2019. Feels like a lifetime ago. But also feels like yesterday. Time is so weird. I had no idea about a candle back then. Yeah, good times. Good times. Peak times an illusion. See if we can get this next leg into the overnight high. It's right there. Pratik had no idea about trading back then. Yeah. Yeah, he jumped in. Pretty sure it was 2018 because we were trading together for like, I think a year or two before COVID markets hit. I'll probably lift this. If we get a new high right here, I'll lift it just shy of 600. Come on, give me a little break the 630. I'll lift it. Okay, gonna lift it here. Just a little bit more. We'll go like 595s. Particularly only post COVID when I started playing with it. Yeah, COVID brought in a lot of fresh meat into the markets, that's for sure. There we go. 630s. Come on. 30 more points. Anyone still riding? D-Wall, you still riding? I'm getting so hungry. My goodness. D-Wall says, join the TMG. I attended many classes back when we were all trading options, and Mo is really great when it comes to higher time frame analysis. Yes, sir. Yeah, his analysis is like second to none, man. Way, way better than mine. So if you can't make this session, it will be recorded and posted. But I recommend joining live. It's going to be solid. And again, that's in the think tank. It'll be today after the close. Trade might be a slow grind, but somehow fun to watch. We should see that overnight high. Trying to give it enough room to breathe. Mike trailed out at 600. Nice trade. I don't see any reason why we can't show a full test into overnight high here. So just trying to let it work. Trying to let it work. Just kind of stalling here at 630. Oh, you do have some resistance here from overnight. Yeah, right through here. We can break the 630. Should be pretty clear for 660. Either way, my trail's in. Just got to stay patient with it. Small rejection so far from that 630 area. And trails are just beneath 600. It's letting it ride. PT or trail. And here comes the trail. All right. We got our 1R. There it is. All right, guys. Got the 1R. Was looking for more upside there into overnight high. Trailed out of it. I'm going to call it right there. Took a lot of patience this morning to wait for that entry, especially with all the whipsaw we were seeing, but followed my plan perfectly. If you've been here since the start, I said I either wanted overnight low spring or break above 550 and then a retest, which is exactly what I did. So I'm super happy with that. We'll take the 1R and I'm done for the day. Hope you guys had a good day. Again, if you're in the think tank, join us live for today's coaching call. It's going to be led by Mario. If you're not in the think tank, recommend joining. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for your time today.